Good morning, I'm Matt Dana of Dana Whiting Law and Jet Probate, and I'm with my partner today, Todd Smith. Todd, are you ready to roll today?
I'm ready. Good morning, Matt.
What do you think? What do we want to talk about this morning?
You know what? I'm in a mood to talk about life insurance.
What, are you feeling sick?
Yes.
There are a lot of life insurance commercials on TV, a lot of life insurance commercials on radio, and there's a lot of ways you can buy life insurance over line. And I think this is going to be a very good video because anytime you start buying something online and you're not buying directly from an agent, there's prone to be some screw-ups on how the beneficiary designations work and who's designated as that beneficiary. And that's the trouble with any of these kind of self-help services. But on life insurance, I guess the first question I want to ask, let me give you this example. Let's say Dad had $500,000 life insurance and he has a particular son named Leroy. Our last video we had Claude. And then this is okay, isn't it, Todd?
I like it, yeah.
Yeah. I have a grandson named Leroy and I like that.
The only Leroy I know? I
know. I have a couple clients named Leroy. That's all good. But anyway, Leroy was designated as a beneficiary with the life insurance, okay? Listed, $500,000 beneficiary goes to Leroy. Does that have to go through probate?
No.
Why not?
Because a beneficiary designation trumps any authority that the probate court can give, or any will, or any trust. That beneficiary designation is all-powerful in directing what happens to the life insurance proceeds.
So what's Leroy going to have to produce to collect that policy?
Every life insurance company is probably a little bit different, but generally speaking, probably death certificate and proof of who he is probably going to be sufficient.
Okay. What about if Dad had a $50,000 debt to a bank? Does Leroy need to worry about that? Is he going to have to pay that out of his life insurance?
I'd say generally speaking, no.
Yeah.
We could get into the weeds about probate and all that.
That's the problem with the law. There's always exceptions.
Right.
That's my problem with online services. I don't think online knows all these different exceptions.
Right.
But generally speaking, life insurance, if you have a beneficiary, they collect that. It's not subject to debts. Of course, exceptions to that. Does he have to pay any income tax on that life insurance?
No. The proceeds of life insurance is not considered taxable income under the tax code.
Yeah. Hey, let me get my glasses and shine them up here. Code section 101, baby. Huh? I remember that. Code section 101. It's interesting to me, it's code section 101. Yeah. That's how important it is in the code. Life insurance is not subject to income tax generally. There's always some exceptions to that. All right, not subject to creditors, generally not subject to tax. What if Dad thought he designated Leroy as the beneficiary, but lo and behold, he designated a prior wife that he had divorced, and that prior wife that he had divorced is now deceased, so we really don't have anybody named on the policy as a beneficiary. What now?
Yeah, so generally speaking, the life insurance policy is going to have boilerplate and some small print legalese that's going to say it's going to be the estate that will have to collect it if there's nobody left that's named as a beneficiary.
Well, Todd, is there any other issue on life insurance we haven't touched on? I think we said generally no creditor claims, generally no income tax, no estate tax unless it's above a certain amount. Easy to collect with the death certificate.
Yeah, I think the only finishing point there is when I say that if there's no beneficiary, the estate needs to collect it, we need to say the magic word probate. That means we're going to have to go to the probate court to be able to collect it.
Well, and I think we also say when Leroy collects this $500,000 policy, he still needs to call Dana Whiting Law to plan his estate plan, right? What's going to happen to that $500,000? Are we going to put it in a trust? How are we going to protect it? All these things.
Right.
All right. Thank you, Todd. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, you did great.
Yeah.